Whoops, whoops. Oh, oh, oh! Gosh damn. Okay. Oh, whoops. Oh, can we do this? Can we? Nope. Can we? Nope. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay, awesome. Let's get this in the bottom right. This last 4 hour end on Bitcoin was like the weirdest thing I've seen. Okay. Alright, I'm live. Okay. Okay, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know if I'm going to set my webcam up. We'll see. In a little bit, I'll probably set it up. Let me take a look, see if there's anything going on. I was looking at Luna earlier. See if someone... I don't know if you're in here already first. Fine. Let me take a second. I almost don't want to... This is like the only issue about not being at a desk and being at a table. Or being on like a big screen TV. And properly being away from it. How was my weekend? My weekend was pretty good, actually. Thanks for asking, Virus. Yeah, so pretty good. I actually started taking my creatine today, so I'm doing my initial loading phase. So I've already taken, I started at 10:15, so I took 10:15 around 2:20, 2:25, and then another one around 6:30. And I'm going to take the other one at 10:30, somewhere around there. It was pretty good. I got some cardio in. I did some working out, which was pretty nice. Worked my bis and my tris, which was cool. I need to figure out some decent exercises to get some other stuff going. But I have like the genetics, so I always build it up quick. But I just have to make sure I do stuff properly. Another nice thing is I did some jogging earlier, and my joints seem to actually be a little bit better. Now today I've just started the creatine, so I don't know what impact it's made, if really any, but yet. But I have been pretty good about my diet and the whey protein. I'm making sure to get at least 30. I try to split out the same thing, like every 3 to 4 hours. I try to get about 30 grams of protein in, so so I get at least the 120 or 116 every day for my body weight. So I've been feeling pretty good, feeling pretty strong. Physically tired, but not really that bad. We'll see how the creatine stuff goes. I was kind of worried with my breathing and stuff, but it feels like as I get healthier, it's better, and as I'm running, it gets a little bit better. I think I have a sinus thing going on also, but that seems to be a little bit better. Earlier today was really weird. Like I was doing this Luna thing and following it and guessing a lot of it, but it just became worthless at one point. It's like I said in the last thing for it, is like this is okay, but it's like a waste of kind of time. Because like I'm recording it, so there's like moves that you just here I can show you. There's like moves that you just couldn't see. There's no way you'd see a recording and be like, oh, now it's time to do it, because it happened like during recording and stuff was happening quickly. Let me see. Here we go. It's just like really stupid stuff. So like we get our 4 hour here, blah blah blah. We're up here. Let's see, what was it? We're up here. I think we started here. I said it looked fine because obviously, right, we still hold the trend. We did this. I think this was the next 4 hours. So it looks bad on the 2, but it didn't look that bad on the 4 at all, really whatsoever. Yeah, it's really weird. It's really weird, man. I feel like it's so much uncertainty is what I feel right now. Now, I don't think it matters because the market's opening tomorrow. So whatever Bitcoin, as far as as far as I'm concerned, none of this. As long as we're not like off it takes the market sentiment. The market sentiment isn't bad yet. If it was going to be bad, it's not bad. So it made sense. But I do to kind of like just gloss over that and get to the main thing about it. I do think we are seeing a decent amount of. Hey, what's up, main source? Good to see you. I do think we have a decent amount of hesitancy, at least anyway. I mean, we could see something like this. I don't know if we'll see that. We'll see where this weekend's. The one good thing for it, I guess, is that I don't know if it's really ever ended up here, but it doesn't look. It looks like a pretty decent place to end the week. I will say that. Like I said, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter because the market comes out And as long as, well, even if this is on a cliff and the market comes out, it doesn't matter. I mean, we could even go to this day right here and show like a perfect example of it. I mean, this is pretty much February 24th. We'll just do it this way. It's been a long time since I've gone over this spot. But we can use this spot as an example. I think we'll go to I think we have to do the 1 hour. Where are we? Yeah. So pretty much this is this is where the bottom of the channel is on the week time frame, right? We can see it from here. This is where the hit was on the week. I feel like it feels so weird. But anyway, so where's this February 24th? We had our shot up. So it's some pretty sketchy stuff, and it was doing okay. But we can see like it's still struggling. It's forming something, but it's still fighting in this general area. And then we just see the market open and just like rip this thing up, and then boom, boom, boom. So this kind of already, I guess, was on somewhat of an uptrend. But I mean, if the market turned down, this probably would have just failed and kept going down. So it's just one example anyway of how, the market just it's just going to pull in one direction or another depending on what happens. So, but I do feel like there's a lot of uneasiness. So we do have a day start above here, which I did kind of like. But at the same time, I really just wanted us to see us come back down here on this day, really, and just hit here. So a couple interesting things is the biggest one was this last 4 hour. It was really weird. So this 4 hour right here, we came all the way back down, like right. So I get that we start the 4 hour under, but like even if we did drop, this looks reasonable. This looks reasonable. Well, this looks reasonable. So like it was weird to see on this last 2 hour switch for not only stuff like Ethereum to fall, but also the Bitcoin pair for it as well. So it wasn't just like the USDT pair. And that's kind of weird to me because I don't think Bitcoin was really that weak or like that it looked like it was going to fall off a cliff. So it seemed weird to me that people would be fleeing to Bitcoin in that moment. It was very weird. We also saw it like as we were just looking at. We also saw it on Luna as well. Oh my gosh. There we go. We also saw it on Luna as well with the last 2 hour switch. It was just really, really weird. We see it on Litecoin, really weird. Litecoin to Bitcoin again, really weird. So it's just, I guess if it's the expectation, like if the expectation is Bitcoin's going to shoot up, I get it. But why are we losing a whole bunch of Bitcoin value when Bitcoin's also going down? But it doesn't look that bad to go down. It's just some weird stuff, and this is the other reason why I didn't want it. I kind of got sick of just doing. I think I was talking through here. Like, right, we could see this in the interim. We could see how sketchy this looked like, especially when this just kind of pushed down here, right? And so it wasn't like too surprising from that, but it's just weird to like see when Bitcoin didn't look that bad. So I don't know if that means anything. It's just something I'm keeping in the back of my head or back of my mind, but it was definitely very interesting to see what felt like a weakness, not just on the dollar pair, but also on the Bitcoin pair. I just feel like that's not something I normally see unless Bitcoin is going to shoot down. And it doesn't look like Bitcoin is about to just shoot down. I don't really care because if it is, we'll probably see it reflected somehow in the market. So it's not like something I think is going to crash right now or anything like that. So it's just a lot of weird stuff going on with a decent amount of stuff. Not completely weird, but I think I'll put it this way, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I personally think not coming back down on Bitcoin for proper support here has affected these alts. And if we check a decent amount of them, they're not doing too amazing. AMP's doing okay. So let's look at it a little bit before, actually, because I want to look at these before we just had this last 4 hour switch, because that's when everything really started to push down. So it's not super reflective of everything. So we can just see like over the weekend, it wasn't that bad, but nothing really great, nothing that amazing. I mean, this is pretty nice for what it is too, And this was Friday night, I think, on the day change right there. So I mean, it looked pretty nice, and it just seemed to, a lot of the things just seemed to struggle a lot more than I would have expected, and not even just not struggle. I actually think Luna looks pretty okay where it is right now, to be honest. But we'll have to see. It honestly, like I said, anything. I really feel like we'll see what happens. Not even like what I usually say, oh, anything can happen, but only places. I mean, I think anything can happen almost at any time. We'll see. That's not ever anything I would trade on, but it's just a weird feeling from Bitcoin earlier. But like I said before, I personally still think it's fine. The only reason it fell down here, in my opinion, was because of Bitcoin. That's the only reason. I mean, to me, this looks pretty decent. We start another four up here. We have this. This was mainly Bitcoin right here, and I think it's just going to keep pushing up personally. I'd like to see something under here. I think that's just the easiest way for me personally. It looked pretty decent with some of this stuff on the bottom, like here, popping in. It looked pretty nice in these areas. Whatchamacallit. I don't remember what the 12s look like. We have any 12s here? No 12s here. I think we have a 2s right here also. I think the 2s and the 1s are all like wing. I think the 1s here also as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I mean, it's not as pretty, but I haven't seen something like this in a long time. It reminds me of like really, really low liquid altcoins from 2018, 2019. This kind of like up into it. But I mean, to me, it looks pretty standard. I like the 4 hour, has a lot of decent stuff, and we could see a decent amount of like support here, support here, support here. So I mean, they kept buying it at reasonable spots. So for me, like the 4 hour is still the closest time frame here of any importance. I think it's incredibly risky. Specifically, well, two things. One was the Bitcoin thing I said earlier, and the other thing also was I think we can kind of disregard this to an extent. But we did use this already once, and so we have 1, 2, or like twice on a one push up or one movement upwards. So that could also be a little bit of weakness here. I don't think this is why it fell, though. I really think it was literally just because of Bitcoin as we kind of looked through some of these other ones earlier. So in that same sense, I still think it's fine. I still think this is like a really hard support place, and as long as Bitcoin itself isn't going to drop, I don't think Luna is going to drop. I think it's just going to shoot back up. So it'll be interesting to see. It did drop and probably did get a decent amount of new of people kicked out of it. Anyway, I just don't. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Like I said before, it's tough for me to quantify this because this wasn't this like when we're down here. Like you can see them building their position. You can see them. It's just really nice. It's really smooth. It's really good. And even here is pretty decent. I don't mind that it shot all the way up or whatever. Honestly, I don't care if this started above here. I'm actually even surprised on this 4 hour that it actually even pushed up this far. Considering we had a wick all the way up to 7.5, this was kind of crazy that it. Like, I get the idea maybe that it turned over and maybe then pushed up. Maybe. That just still seems kind of weird to me with such a high wick because everyone's already got a chance to sell out. But it looks nice here again. And so it was just one thing that was just really out of place for it. So as long as Bitcoin isn't something that's going to crash or anything like that, I don't know. I think it's fine. Also, like we can kind of see it was a mixture between some of the 5 minutes. I think I started looking at it like around here, I feel like somewhere right there. Around here, because I remember seeing this. Form, and then we were looking for our 4 hour change, which I don't remember. It was the 4 hour 12. I think we we're looking at 12 o'clock. Were we? I don't remember. Was it 16? Yeah, it must have been 16, like right here. Yeah, it was just really weird. So we had like a 4 hour started under. Like I said, all this stuff was Bitcoin pulling it down. But like I said earlier, in a really weird way, where obviously Luna doesn't have a BTC pair, but everything and its BTC pair got pulled down, which is it's not normal. When Bitcoin, this is how I've always believed it, and how I always believe that I've seen it. When Bitcoin doesn't look like it's going to drop off a cliff, and it's just slowly going up or slowly going down, that's the time alts make moves. So the fact that it's just kind of keep pushing up, to me shows a little bit of uncertainty, possibly, for people about the market, which I still think is fine. And at the end of the day, like I said before, I don't know where we're just going to get sold down from out of nowhere. Like maybe we'll see something in the market tomorrow that looks completely horrible. It feels really tough to Like if the VIX can get something nice above the day again, that'll be good. But it just seems like it has a lot against it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll have a better idea with the stock market tomorrow. But like when the stock market's almost open tomorrow, but nothing seems like doomsday to me about any of this stuff. I mean, I remember even in the video, I think I was saying like down here when it was here, it's like I could easily see this thing breaking up. I mean, we can just see it here. It breaks up. I think we had a 30 also. But like the main thing of this wasn't like was just because wait, if we're dropping because of Bitcoin, well, I mean at most it goes 1% down. So and it had some nice targets it missed, which was a little bit of a shame also as well. Or it could have done some cool things at certain points, which would have been pretty cool. But I think the other one was a 30. The 15 wasn't anywhere nearby. It's all the way up in the air. And then the 30 was the other relevant time frame that we had over here. And we can kind of see how we're like falling through it pretty much. So, I mean, it's still an upwards target, which is pretty nice on the trend, which puts us somewhere around 5.9. Well, I should just be looking up here. I don't know what I'm trying to get it. 5.9142. So that still looks pretty decent. I mean, if we can just end the 30 up here, I mean, it should keep pushing up. So, I mean, it seems like it's a pretty technical thing right now. The Bitcoin thing was really tragic, and only someone trading it, only someone actively looking at Luna could have traded it, in my opinion. Actually, I think only anybody actively looking at their crypto or whatever they have, assuming they have a stop loss that they don't want to get hit, it was impossible for anyone to avoid getting hit in a stop loss because everything just came down. And Bitcoin didn't look bad enough to go down anything decent. Like I said before, we could see with the 4-hour change on Bitcoin, we could see to get an idea of why, but it just doesn't seem like there's a huge sense of urgency. So we can pretty much see from here, hit, come here, start above, boom, so push down, come up, and then this is the first one since here. So we pretty much like up, and then down. So that, I mean, that kind of makes sense. This is the first one that we had that started under after it started above. Right? I mean, pretty much start under, then start above in the same 4 hour. It's kind of troll. But, you know, just is what it is. And it was the same thing for this one also as well. So, but it doesn't seem horrible. Like, I mean, there's plenty of wicks down here. There's plenty of reasons that, you know, say, hey, we can get bought here, here, and here. So, you know, it was just weird. Just didn't really make any sense whatsoever at all. So, you know, so I mean, it kind of is what it is. If it doesn't want to come down, it doesn't want to come down. It just needs to hope that the market doesn't want to come down. At the end of the day, I think most of it goes off the market. So if the market keeps looking decent, it'll be fine. That's kind of a whole other thing, which I somewhat doubt. But you know, I mean, well, my bad. I should ignore like the last whatever thing I said for like last 20 seconds because I don't remember what it was specifically, but that's not what I meant. Because it looks more likely that we'd push down than up, right? We've seen before we got the 4 hour and the 2 hour under us, and this could push us up. If we could somehow start up here, it just really depends if there's some horrible news that comes out that where we start tomorrow on some of these things. For the VIX, I'd look for something above the day. But besides that, we still have our week month under us. You know, and our days still above us. This ugly price action here, ugly. 12 hours still up there. 4's under us and the 2's under us. So, I mean, we could do something similar to this, but we just got to come down a little bit more. So, but it's also it's just, we'll have to see. The thing I don't like about all this is, so from here we're coming from a week and a month. And from here, you know, it makes more sense to push up through some of these because we're pushing from a week month. And now we're kind of coming down from these areas. We're not really coming back down to the week of the month because that would be all the way down here, pretty much at 20. Making some type of movements. Check it out real quick. It's probably mainly based off of Bitcoin. Let me see real quick. It's good to see you, Louis. 12, I think it's the first time I've seen you in here. It's good to see you. But like we could see a bounce here. For me, I'd really like to see some. It's just really tough because I'd like to see something back above the day on a bounce. It feels like it becomes really difficult when we like the days here, then we get support, then we have a week and a week, and then we have the day here. So it's just going to feel really tough for the VIX to be able to do anything that in my opinion that's bullish, you know. So, and I'm not too surprised the futures are green. I think the future should be green to a decent extent. I don't. Another thing too is I don't know how many people actually even care about news and everything going on. So I think we've almost clearly seen that. Right now, I don't think anyone cares about news unless it like unless news is going to make someone with like a huge position, huge like I don't know, like over $100 million position, or like just sell out or something. I don't know if anyone is gonna blink an eye. I think things are just gonna kind of keep going where they are. Now, I mean, we do have something nice up here, so we always could bounce in this area slightly higher. We could treat this as saying like, oh, we bounced for the month, maybe somewhere lower. We could easily have some sort of trend kind of continue, but this is still something that brings us all the way down here, which is probably correlates with I mean, probably even with Apple a little bit higher than 164, but this still seems somewhat reasonable. Like Apple 164, we could see our NASDAQ back up here at, well, that's actually pretty high. Where's the day? Yeah, that's only like 2%. Man. Honestly, for the week time, we'll have to see play by play. It's going to be really tough. I think with the VIX, it's not nearly as clear as it used to be with a lot of this stuff. Is he even listed by shorting on Luna Crash, and you shorted it again like last week? I mean, it definitely could come down. I just don't see it. I'm not saying you're wrong or he's wrong or anything. I'm just saying I just don't see it. But I could definitely. Well, I specifically right now don't see it, but I could easily see it happening. But like, I'll look. Let me check Ethereum in a second. I'll look at Luna again because I can just show something real quick. Let's see what's kind of going on. Okay, this is like fine, close enough for a push up. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. What do we got going on? Do we have anything on here that looks nice? No, this one's way uglier. I probably have to shift a lot of these. Oy. Okay, this. Oh, yeah, I forgot about this. Okay. Yeah, we're hanging on a thread. Still kind of are. So what's Ethereum and Bitcoin doing? Still looks pretty sketchy. I didn't like the day start for Ethereum to Bitcoin the other days. I like it a little bit more. I'm still not a huge fan. Obviously, I'm never a huge fan of when we do that. We want to see us open and then possibly take a position towards the level of support. I'm not a huge fan of this hitting here and then trying to do the same thing again here. But we'll see. It looks like we're going to have another day. This will be pretty interesting, too, in a second. Where's the week look like? This will be pretty interesting. We're going to have so it's a high wick candle right before us. It's not like a gravestone or anything, but still pretty high wick on that. The day is going to look the worst on this. I don't know if there's anything specific from the week. This is the first week starting above. Taking a risk with a short NAS right now? Yeah, I mean, I don't see, I mean, I think it's a little bit sketchy personally, but we'll see. I mean, I think what Ethereum to Bitcoin has, the best thing that it has is that a new week would start here, and this is a great base for the week time frame anyway, if we want to look at it from this perspective, because we can see week fails, week fails, week fails. So this is going to be the first week for Ethereum to Bitcoin that we're going to kind of start in this range here. So I'm personally not like a huge fan of it, but we'll see what happens soon with some of this stuff. So we'll see. I mean, it doesn't mean stuff wouldn't come down whatsoever at all, but I'm just a little hesitant on it, just mainly because of this. On the daytime frame, though, I could definitely see it pushing down a little bit more, and maybe then later pushing up because of the week time frame or something else. It's going to look a little, 1 minute. Yep, weekly close, 1 minute and 10 seconds. Thank you for reminding me. I did not see that. I saw it like 3 minutes ago, and I kind of forgot. Actually, because I'm talking so much. But the one thing I don't like about the daytime frame is it's like it's a little sketchy here, and then we open up here. So, I mean, maybe we hit here. It's pretty onerous, or it's pretty, it really needs to push up past this. I don't like when things are like this. But at least it's not like there's some average here or something where, well, I don't actually know that. And the 4 hour is pretty sketchy, too. Yeah. That's really sketchy. sketchy on the 4 hour. This week time frame change is really gonna have to save some stuff. This looks really sketchy on the 2. The 4 is gonna start here. Some really sketchy stuff. I really like before this last 4 hour switch, a lot of stuff looked pretty standard. And it just kind of ripped everything off out in different directions. So we got what, 10 seconds before we get the new week candle. We got the 4 hour above us. Boom, 4 hour 200, 12 day week. Okay. I mean, I feel like anything could happen. Preferably, I'd like to see it come down to 21,631, but I don't know. It's tough because the way I feel about some of this stuff is it's like there's the TA of Bitcoin and kind of crypto, but then there's also the expectation of the market tomorrow. So I think there's been a lot of deviations just from that. Like I was saying before, I really don't like the fact that we've just been pushing up and up and up and up. I think this is somewhat acceptable if we start here. I can kind of get it, but we still didn't push up nearly as much as what I kind of actually thought more so that we would have. It's a pretty nice to hold spot, though. I will admit that. I'm still pretty butthurt about it not coming down here. It's not a huge thing, doesn't affect me at all, but still pretty butthurt about it coming down here. I really do think because of this, a lot of alts really did miss out in a sense. We got our new week here, candle here also as well. We can see on the day time frame, it looks a little bit sketchy. This is why I kind of don't like it in the short term. On the week, it doesn't look that bad starting here. If it can get any sort of support, if it can tap, give, and go here and push up, I mean, this still looks pretty strong. The high wick, though, makes it pretty tough. I'm not sure whether that invalidates this or not, where it currently is. So we'll just kind of have to see. Not a big fan, though. Let's see what's going on. So I think we'll see what is this at? 21,630. So we'll keep that in the back of our minds. 21,630. I can do this actually. I'm lazy. So we'll just do that. Keep that in the back of our mind. We'll see what stuff happens if we push down to this. I think it's better if it pushes down to this. I mean, it could come all the way down to 20,836. I don't know why it has right now a reason to drop under 21,630. I don't think it really does. I think it looks nice to come back down here. I mean, technically, I guess it could try to push to maybe like $100 less, but I don't think that changes too much in my mind, really. Let's check Luna real quick. I'm kind of interested to see where that is because we have a new 4 hour on Luna as well. I'm almost interested to see a lot of this stuff actually. The Bitcoin does have a little bit of a pullback. Will we see something stupid like we saw before with oh damn. Okay, well I see why he would have shorted it on the week time frame now. I'm not saying it's a short, but I definitely see why he would be shorting on the week time frame. I mean, it definitely, like something like this definitely looks decent to pull back anything. I don't really look at it like that though, but I definitely see where he's coming from. One thing I want to show too is like the Luna short. I mean, we could see in other kind of places it's struggling in certain areas. I think on like the 12 we would see similar things also as well. So there were like a decent amount of stuff to also kind of see that. It's not, the Luna short wasn't 100%. The Luna short wasn't anything. Like if I was looking at the Luna chart, it wouldn't have been hard to tell at all that it was a short. Now, was it going to drop down that much? I mean, I think that's a kind of completely different thing. You know, how far something drops, I think that's a whole nother thing. I definitely wouldn't have told anyone like it would drop that far. I don't know how to. I don't know how you know, right? Something's going to drop from 100 to freaking like 0. But let me see what's going on with the price right now. So I like where the 4 hours started, I believe. I think it looks fairly strong. Like this looks like a strong 4 hour to me. You know, so it could push down, but it looks where it is fairly strong. So we'll kind of see what happens with it. I mean, obviously, if it just goes up, it goes up. But I feel like we'll see on the short term. I feel like it could still be somewhat okay coming back down to 5.6097. What was it like? I don't think the one's near. I think the one's all the way down here. Yeah, the one's super far away. So let's see. The 4 hour, the 30 minutes should be somewhere near us. Yeah, so we still have this 30-minute target we have yet to hit here. So this is still, in my opinion, the short-term target of 5.93333. Let's see, I don't think the 15. 15 is still in space, I believe. Yeah, 15 is still all the way up here at 6.5. We got the 5 minute over here, which could be pretty decent soon. We'll see what happens. I like what it looks like on the 4 hour, so that's all I can really kind of say about it. But yeah, I mean, we'll kind of just check back in on this. I'm not really like it does what it does if it does what it does. I don't really feel like watching it for too much. Oh, I'll do this. Let me do this. We'll do this. Because if it's going to shoot up, it's got to... This stuff bothers me now. Okay. There's just too many lines on the screen. It was hurting my eyes, and it just didn't seem worth it. It was fine when I was looking at it on a 5 minute. But anything over a 5 minute, like zoomed in, those lines were killing my eyes. So let me see what these lines are real fast. And that's what? 5 minute 200. This is... Let's just mark this. This is what? The 4 hour, right? For 200. There are 5 there. This is what, 3,500, I think? 30 minute. 500. Let's do this. Okay. Whatever. List this one too. 5 minute, 200. I mean, it's the only one here. Otherwise, I'd never have looked at the 500. Still. Anyway, so we'll just leave this up here. We'll see what happens, because if we expect extended push up, I mean, technically anything can just shoot up through anything. But for a decent push up, probably I'll see what the heck this is in a second. But for any decent extended push up, I'd like to see it end at least 30 up here. Maybe something shorter, because the 4 hour looks nice. I mean, it could be something shorter, because the 4 hour really does look nice, especially with the trend. Let me see. Why the hell did I just miss this line earlier and I just wasn't looking at stuff? I must have. That's kind of weird. Anyway. Well, I mean, this looks like somewhat okay, but we'd see something from like 11 to... Okay, let's see what's going on with some of these other things. Not a lot of movement so far. I'm really glad we just started the new day and I can kind of just like, I don't have to click on stuff. I think Kansas City was almost in a decent spot from the daytime frame perspective. Yeah, it looks okay. I'm not a huge fan of this. Well, this is a while ago. September 3rd? I haven't looked at this in almost a week. But, we'll see what happens with this. A little bit sketchy. It could hold here. I mean, we have here and then a lower low. So I have a little bit of faith in it. Like I said before with Ethereum, I'm not a big fan when we have these movements and then we, open up on the bottom half. I really don't, even if the support is right there, I really don't like when we open up on the bottom half. It's not my kind of thing. So let's check this real quick. Let's see. Again, they barely come down. Can we at least... I mean, anything could happen here, like I said. I don't like the fact that... Well, like, I guess where the market is kind of being unknown to an extent, but not open yet, I don't think people are wrong to buy. I don't think it's the right decision necessarily. Well, depending on what was happening, obviously I already called it down here. It's like a lot more obvious, because that was like what was, what we were looking for in the VIX and the other stuff on Friday, or Thursday night. For where it is up here, I don't really think it's like the right spot to buy it. I just really don't. Like, we're so far from this perspective. This is what I don't like. We just pushed above it. There's nothing here, because this is how I really see it. Like, if this just did this and came here, I wouldn't trust it. Maybe it turns around. So that always stays in my mind, that we could just fall down. But at the same time, where the stock market is and how it still looks somewhat reasonable to pick up the baton, I think that's what makes it so tough. Bitcoin's way overextended, but it's somewhat reasonable in respect to kind of where the market is, or like where the market ended. So we'll see what happens with some of this stuff. I'm just like sketched out. Is this under? Struggling a little bit. We'll see what happens. Hopefully this comes down and hits it at least, and then gets a little bit of support. Um, I will be a little bit surprised if we just push up. I'm interested to check back on this. I'll be surprised if it just pushes up without pushing down just a little bit more. But we'll kind of have to see with that stuff. I don't think it would be bad, even looking at a kind of Ethereum USDC. I mean, it looks like it would be kind of nice if it came down. Well, this is like 1%. That's kind of big. That's not huge, but still fairly large. But I mean, I could still see something like this, and it's still maintaining and still looking fine compared, or like where it is. Like I said before, I don't like stuff ending here. Would have preferred that we ended somewhere above at least to have a high base for the candle. But it's what it is. What's going on? YM1? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing really going on with these. So, is the 4-hour even still here? I don't even know. I haven't looked at whatchamacall in a while. The Nasdaq futures, because these ones are delayed, so it's kind of like whatever. I haven't looked at them in a while though. I don't think this means anything. So, I really don't. Even if it was up 1%, I still don't really think this means anything. Now, if it was like 3 or 4 o'clock, or more so like 6 or 7, then yeah, because then we have our VIX open. We have our Nikkei. I don't think Nikkei is open for like another 10. What time is it? Another 5 minutes, I think. Huh? It's open? Oh, okay. My bad. Nikkei already open. For some reason I thought it was 8:15. I guess I keep getting confused with the Hang Seng. It's been open for 12? Oh no, 11 and change. That's what that is. Okay. Have a little bit of an up. I don't think this really means anything specifically. Let's see what happens with this. I think actually right here is where this day 500 is, if I remember correctly. Oh, sorry, the day 375. So this could look pretty nice. I still don't know what this really means at the end of the day for the Hang Seng. When we come under, up, under, up, under, up, it does make me put into question what kind is going on. Though this is August push up with the VIX, kind of compared to, the VIX turning around recently. So it makes a little bit of sense from that perspective. Really held up really great, actually, I think, to a decent extent. So, and I guess we also do possibly for the Hang Seng, maybe could even have something, because we are slightly higher than here. We could maybe maintain a higher high, maybe on this month. Well, obviously it's not going to look like that because it's 1 month, but it looks ugly, but I could see something possibly. It looks bad, but I try to keep an open mind. That's what I'm trying to do for some of this stuff. See, we're still hovering over 807. Still hovering on a lot of stuff around the same spot. Luna hasn't hit up. We know because we don't hear the alert. Anything up a little bit? Where's some of the ones I was looking at? So let's see. Ones I remember the weekend. ENS. How have we been shaping up here? Let's get rid of this. Ooh, my gosh. This stuff needs to be updated. Okay, whoops. What is this stuff? 12 day, 12? Okay. Okay, put this here. 1 second. 12 hour, 200. Okay. I think there's something like this was I was afraid of. I thought it was the 1 hour averages, but maybe it was like a 30. Or was it the ones? Let me see. It's been a while. I don't think I looked at this all over the weekend. So the weekend was what, the 10th? Yeah, we kind of picked up. Oh, interesting. Pretty interesting. I guess I really have to adjust the lines. So this stuff is from way long ago. Let me see. What do we have? 30. So 30 is all the way up there. Wow, that's pretty interesting. Almost makes this even a little bit more interesting that this shot all the way up right there. 15, 30. So what do we have? We have long time? No. So we don't have days at all, I don't think, right? No, we have a day at 20, but that's not important. 4 is under us. Okay. Decent stuff here. Pretty big sell down though. I think they come down. This is really nice. That's a while ago. 2 hours coming up. That's still pretty far down. It's going to take a while for this to get to a decent spot. It's like, what? Wait, is today the 12th? That's the 11th. Okay. Yeah, take a whole another day pretty much to get somewhere here where it looks reasonable that if it did come down, I could use this to push off. Um, I don't think there's anything specific here. We're kind of still in between. We haven't ended under, but it's not a nice trend overall. ENS, what's ENS BTC look like? Same thing with Bitcoin. Let me see. What the hell? Well, this looks horrible. Where it started, it actually looks just completely horrible. But what is going on with this? This is almost. This is actually pretty tragic. What the hell is going on here? Let's see. Let's see what I was talking about the other day. I have no. This is why I need to like. This is why it's always important to mark stuff. I have no idea what any of these lines are. Okay, so days down there. We got 12s up here, so we haven't even hit the 12s. Okay, so 4s are right here. Okay. This adds a little bit more. Okay. I was trying to figure out, like, what the heck was going on. Like that. It didn't really make a lot of sense. I mean, these are still really weird why it's just shooting. It's like, I get why it shoots up here this much. I can get that. Doing it again and coming all the way back down is a little weird. Like, not holding above this level or, like, decent. Maybe we can see it. I don't know if it'll show. I feel like it. Yeah, I mean, we can just see not holding above this level is just kind of weird. When it's going to push all the way up again, especially after something like this into this. That's a little weird for what it is. Hits the 2s. It's a little tragic. What is... Huh. Interesting. Like, is Bitcoin pushing down? So definitely interesting. Like, how it's just such a bad like, this is such a bad start. Right after this, and then again, which is kind of weird to see. I mean, it's possible it definitely turns around. If someone's trying to do it from a trend, maybe they could stop it here, and that would make it look a little bit more normal. It's just kind of weird how it just looks so bad all of a sudden. It's definitely a little bit interesting. Not sure why it looks so bad. Like, I just specifically all of a sudden. Let's see. Don't care about that. Ooh, I guess. I mean, I really don't care, but it's kind of interesting to see the euros back above. Still, it's now parity with the dollar. Interesting. Not sure how long this has been open. It's open at 6, so I think like 2 hours or something. Kind of interesting. It starts here, pushes down. I would have thought, is a dollar up? I mean, futures are kind of up. Maybe gosh, I don't feel like. Please, someone tell me the dollar doesn't have something. Huh? Huh? Maybe just a gap up. I mean, it's just really, it's really weird. Like, what? I mean, if we're gonna push into it, we're gonna push into it, but it's definitely really trying. 1 hour can't get past it. 2 hour can't get past it. We'll see if this hour can end above it. I mean, the trend looks like it wants to try to push it up. I don't know what they want to do with it. It's on a relatively short term on the 1 hour. Definitely a little odd. Huh. Whoa, definitely a little weird. Is Bitcoin? Is it down 30 cents? Yeah, so it's down 30. Doesn't seem huge. 59. Is this under? No, it's still not. Okay, let's see. I am so tired. I feel like I just said something completely weird about... No. I'm just trying to, like, remember what I was saying about something. And I remember a lot of these, I'm like, well, this just looks weird as hell. So it's just weird from that perspective. Okay. So much uncertainty. That's why I don't like this stuff. Really don't. I mean, it must have. I feel like for a lot of people, maybe besides Lunacoin, probably a really boring weekend for cryptos. Like really boring. It's just, huh. This was like, there's so many things would look nice if they just got pushed up a little bit. I guess. Do I have one on for Bitcoin again? Let me just see if I still have this. Let me do this. Oh, I do have an alert here. Okay, so I have an alert on Luna and I have an alert on Bitcoin. Alright, so I don't have to look at either of those. So I'm going to stop caring about those for now. Doncoin, once again, can't start with it. Jesus Christ. Once again, it can't start the day above anything. Poor Doncoin. Trello, oh my god, what did Trello do? Why did Trello start? Wow, wait, what? Are we missing a day on this? Or did it just shoot up to... I feel like this shot up to USD. Is this the only way? I mean, like, what? This is 11% here. So how is it? You see what I'm saying? What? Is it, like, oh, the day just didn't register, I guess. It's not showing on the 4 that on the day. That must be what it is. Yeah, that just must be what it is. Either that or this thing's like low liquid trash and no one's traded it today yet. That could be what it is. No, September 11th, 2020, it says right here. That's kind of weird. Just a trading view thing, I guess. Futures came down a little bit. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised it's they're fighting for it. I mean, I still think, like, for me, like you said, waiting to re-enter the market, we'll see. I think that's a decent idea. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that still has to fight. Like, Apple's still at its day. I'd like to see, well, we'll see. I feel like we're repeating the same thing. It's just, it's always wild when we go from, like, the VIX first entering something and just easy to see stuff, or like in July, just easy to see stuff, to the VIX just looking like it could come down like a rock. But I think I'll feel pretty good possibly about moving up if we can see a 2-4 bounce, or like a 2-hour, 4-hour bounce. We'll see what happens, but I was just as confused if the VIX goes back up. There's a decent amount of stuff, so I don't know. I don't know. Let's see what's going on with some of these other ones. Day, week. Let's see. Let me check these other things too. I want to check my YouTube real quick because I think I tried to set something so that it would stream there also. Let me see what that's looking like. I don't know if it's even up. Oh, sweet. So it is up. Okay, so I need to get my other TV up just in case. So it's just, what the heck? What the heck? Okay. It took comments from a different, it took comments from a whatchamacallit, from a video I just came from. There we go. Okay, it's not doing it now. Okay, awesome. Okay, sweet. Okay, I'll worry about this tomorrow. I just wanted to make sure it was up because I tried to do it the other day and I had a, whatever you call it, what do you call it? I had to apply or whatever. Oh yeah, if everybody could too, if you got the free time for it. Same as before, as like I said before. One second. Let's do this. Copy link. Let's do copy link. Let me do this real quick. 1 second. Oh my gosh. OBS is annoying sometimes. Okay, 1 second. I don't know why they do this to me. Every once in a while, it's like it won't pick up a window that's obviously there. Okay, no, we're not doing that. Wait, what? Okay, now let me see. Okay, maybe it's something on my side. It's not picking up my. I was literally just saying like. I was just gonna say if you guys could also, if you haven't, just report that one account. But for some reason, it's there. We go. Jesus. Also, if you guys don't mind, the where is it? Like here. Yeah, if you guys don't mind, if you haven't done it already, if you have a time and you have like a YouTube account, that's a channel. If you could report that channel, that would be great. If you haven't already, it's like using my name and my face, and they just have like random videos. I think they rip from other people. None of these are my, like, luckily they didn't rip my videos. Also, that's nice. But you just go to about, and then you just go to about. I don't know how they also, like, they're obviously subscriber botting, I think, because they have 4.4 thousand views with 8.21K subscribers. I don't understand. My social media presence isn't even that big right now. So there's no way that this is like people coming into my stream on TradingView and saying, "Oh, let's find them on YouTube." There's no way. So they already have something sketchy here, where they're like 4K views with 8.21. But you can always go to about, and there's supposed to be a flag somewhere. I thought maybe they removed. Oh, I'm not signed in, but there's supposed to be like a flag down here to report them. But if you guys could do that, if you haven't, that'd be great. Because like literally when I was talking to my neighbor earlier today, and I'm trying to tell him my YouTube account, and I literally have to tell him, no, it's not the first one that shows up, it's this other one. It just takes time, and that's just really unnecessary, and it's just really obnoxious, like really, really obnoxious, actually. It's cool to see for the first second, and then it was just purely annoying, nothing but annoying. So I literally knew this was going to happen, this exact situation, where I had to explain. So, but it kind of is what it is. Let's see, Luna didn't hit yet. It really didn't. What is it doing? Well, it's not pushing up, but it's not pushing down. Oh well. In between, let's see what we got. Jeez. Still surprised this thing hasn't fallen off a cliff yet. I feel like there's something right here. Maybe it's crazy. 12 hour? Yeah. We can move this up. Just get this out of the way. I don't know why it just didn't come down a while ago. Like, all the way to go back. Well, I guess I get it. I guess I get it. These people, I don't really understand what they're trying to do or what people are trying to buy here for. I really don't. But like, it's just one of those things that looks like it's a bunch of people buying a stupid place and doing stupid things, and like they just play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I mean, I guess if they buy it here, it gets up here, but I don't know. To me, it just seems like it's just really getting really toppy when we have a decent chance, at least here, to create something like a cup, some sort of something that'll just look a little bit nicer instead of, you know, this moving into whatever and maybe breaking through it. So because this is like, it still is a day 200 and we have 12-hour averages under it. So not to say that it won't bounce, but too much up here, and I don't know, maybe it won't bounce. You know, it's always a possibility. I feel like I need to add more cryptos on here. I feel like I don't have enough when I look through this stuff. Oh, that's super shame. So this never ended above, still just trending down. Man, this is really aggressively down. We can see the same last horrible 4 hour like everything else, but I mean, I get this. It makes sense, but I don't know. Why not just drop then? Like, why? Actually, I get it. Because this is kind of when we first come down, then we reject. Like, how much am I expecting it to do? Next thing, if it dropped, I'd be like, oh, well, why is it not back up here? And then finding support. You know, that's how I kind of felt. That's how I feel about what I just said a little bit. I think this looks pretty reasonable for what it's doing. It's just really sketchy. But it's done. I think it's really outperformed a lot of the other ones since the 7th, I think, like the 6th. Obviously, we have a bounce, but let's just take the 7 at 4. Just be reasonable. 7 at 4. Let's do it here. 7 at 4. Ooh. Well, so this one had nice stuff too. But we're 7 at 4. Oh, this one's pretty nice too, actually, also as well. 11% similar. Oh. Okay. I guess I just never really looked at all these other ones. Like on this short, like, I mean, I really don't, like, I can't look at everything, I really don't care, but I remember seeing EOS having that nice bounce, so I just assumed it was doing outperforming some of the other ones just because the technicals are pretty decent on it. But then again, I mean, there's nice stuff here. I don't know what the heck any of these lines are. They look like they're from forever ago. Oh my gosh. These lines are from February. Is this from February 8th? I don't know what these lines are from. Looks like a long time ago, though. Jesus, that's ugly. I hope we end up pushing down. I doubt it'll happen, but it'd be nice if we like push down and then maybe on Tuesday we could see something. I feel like Monday is hopeful pushing. Maybe on Tuesday we could see something. I just like a continued direction in any direction. I don't really care what direction it is. Oh man. Huh. I think that's short. I feel like, I don't know, we'll see what happens. The week is the only thing that looks nice. Actually insane. So nothing, so we ended the week with the possibility of opening pretty strong tomorrow, and maybe we do still have a possibility of opening pretty strong. But with a decent amount of sentiment, we didn't do crap over the weekend for most cryptos. It's a little interesting. A little bit sketchy. A little bit sketchy to me. I wonder if this will turn out to mean anything. Just because just this updated right there. It's just, I don't know, it's just weird. It's got to mean something. It doesn't have to, but it'd be nice if it did mean something. Jeez. Like, that's wild. I mean, this is, I feel like between this average right here and this fib, like what it's done, like this is what? Like this is pretty much the weekend. Like, wow. Like I really haven't been looking at a lot of these. Only like a couple of them here and there. I didn't realize so many. Like I figured, but because I haven't seen a lot of movement on the other ones, but I just really didn't think it was like, geez, Jesu Louisu. It's kind of wild. Definitely pretty wild. Oh wow, what the heck? Very interesting. What the heck? What day was this? Oh yeah, okay. Not surprised. I mean, what is this? Is like every trader out there just playing footsies? I know Lue's in his position. Everyone else is just playing footsie, I guess. I don't get it. Like, just trading in and out, in and out, in and out or something. I don't. It's kind of weird. I feel like I was making that Luna recording on that 4 hour. I said that I think if you go watch that recording, I think I say the word weird probably at least 40 times. Like, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird. I wonder what news, like, if we do have some issue, I wonder what news will come out, or what they'll say the reason is. Or what I guess it's fine, it's fair to say what the reason would be. I feel like we're neutral enough with the market's position, kind of more or less, where it's, I think it's fair to say if some big news came out, it definitely has to, was the reason why something went one way or another. Jeez. That's wild. What is this? Weekday. Oh, okay. 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 Wow. Almost everything I'm looking at just looks horrible. But like you'd imagine if Like things don't get wrecked as hard when Bitcoin shoots up. They usually hold some level of their price. Excuse me. Oh wow, one of the only things to actually slightly be up. This one doesn't look horrible, but it looks weird. How is this doji right behind us? Okay, let's see. Weekday 12. What? Bro, what? What is the crypto market this weekend? Very good. What is this? Yeah, it almost feels like this isn't real life. I don't even know what I don't even know what HNT is. Let's see, ICP, Bitcoin, ICP, I put my webcam on in a second. Just gotta set it up. I have one of those. The nice thing is like the green screen is that Delgado. Jeez, it shows you how much I mess with their actual stuff. It's one of those Elgato pull up ones, so it's pretty nice. I'm just so lazy. Link. Ooh. Last time I looked at this, I feel like do I have another chart for this? I feel like I saw a link on it. Huh. The last time I saw it was, I think, right here. Or I think like here or something was when I saw it. This thing's trying to push up again. Wow. I wonder how many people lost money this weekend trading crypto. I mean, of course, there's always people that make money, but man, wow, on the 4 hour right here, maybe I should. It's not a huge deal, but I think I'll add some of these now. I didn't realize we had a 4 hour so close in some of these areas. Wow, that's actually really ugly for Litecoin. Push maybe might be heading down to what 20. I don't even know why. I need to stop being lazy. I don't fully care about these, so it's like I just need to stop being lazy because it's gonna be more work for me in the end. This is what a 4 hour 500. Because like I'm gonna come back to this 20 million times and be like, well, what's this? What's this? Literally what I'm doing right now. Oh, well, we don't need this here. We'll do this. Okay. Oh wow, I have chat open. I can actually type. That's kind of weird. Okay. This is more reasonable. Like, let's come down, please. Okay, there's great bounce points down here. What are people doing? I really don't understand. Like, who continues to buy this? I don't care if it goes up. Anyone that buys this is crazy. Like, how much? It's actually wild. Like, it's not like crazy. It's not wild like I usually say when I'm like, it's actually wild. But it's they're just buying and it's like I just try to think of what these people are thinking here. Like, what is their goal? I don't get it. I mean, I guess if everyone was like me, then everything would just be drop in 2 seconds. Everything looks horrible. It's just crazy how everything could look so bad. I feel like you're gonna kill it away. Everything looks so bad. Is Bitcoin gonna drop all the way down to? I feel like we haven't hit the. I want to look at it. We haven't hit the alert. So we haven't dropped anything on that significant enough yet, so it's like whatever. Because I think it still could bounce at that one spot, so I don't really care unless it drops under it. Even then, I mean, it could find some support anyway. What the heck is this? Weekday 12, anything? Anyone alive? Here we go. Wait, what? 2? Okay, there we go. Alright, 2 hour 200. Talk about rough also. Yeah, this was that same 4 hour. Like, talk about rough on Sol. Like, actually talk about rough. That same 4 hour change at 4 o'clock my time. Like, well, okay. I guess to be fair, there is a huge wick. Okay, so this still was a 4 hour change, but at least I feel like for this one to be fair, this is a huge this is a huge wake up for then something to hit the support and only like to end here. Like this looked bad already, so I guess in that one sense, this one's not as bad. I feel like as Luna. I feel like Luna looked okay. So, but it's still like, I mean, like what was the point of like I get failing here. It's fine. It does what it does. High wicks, you know, it is what it is. I don't know, to be honest. I don't remember what a shooting star is specifically. I really don't. Is that where it's like bop and then like bop and then like bop, I think, or whatever at the top? I think that's what it is, something like that, if I remember correctly. I'm just used to seeing stuff if it looks good or bad. I kind of forget what all the names are. I remember Gravestone. That's it. That's because I opened up the book when I told someone about it the other day. Otherwise, it is what it is. So. Because I'm not going to go around saying all that stuff anyway, to be honest, even if I do know what it's all called. I think it's just too confusing overall. I think actually it's fine. It just depends on the audience. So. But like anyway, like what's the point of all of this to just come up and then just to like fail here? Like it's just so weird. Like nice. Like what? This is real life. Ooh, I never look at this. I don't think we can find anything off of this, but I'm kind of interested. Oh, it looks. It's interesting. The crypto market cap looks pretty similar to Bitcoin. I mean, considering the alts look like they're 60% of this price, or I guess they consist of. This is what one. Oh no. Oh, so it's because this is excluding Bitcoin. Yeah, so Bitcoin's only 400 billion, a little under, but I'm just surprised that it looks so similar. It's kind of interesting. I guess I could kind of see it. I mean, it makes sense to me. It's just kind of weird to see. I feel like I'd expect some kind of deviation for the alt that excludes Bitcoin, but it's kind of what it is. Anyway, this isn't important for anything, but I'm just kind of interested. No, I guess I looked at this before, but I'm just interested to see. But I think everything's probably going to be. Yeah, I mean, there's no need to ever look at this as like, what the hell is going on? There's literally, like, I look at this and go, nothing here. Falls through here. Okay, I'm right to not ever look at this. I'm never gonna look at it again. Well, now I'll click on it to look at price. I'm never gonna actually click on the chart again. Ooh, I forgot about VeChain. VeChain might be a pretty, not like pretty decent one to buy. I don't mean that at all, but it usually has pretty decent price action. Ooh, and it has a week 200 that's foreign pulse, so that's really cool. Now, it's unfortunate that this happened. Is there anything that showed under? Any rejection? That's not bad. Actually, that's pretty decent, actually. Yeah, this is actually pretty decent. Now, I think this kind of cements it, but do we have anything else here? Day 4. Ooh, and there's a 12 hour. Oh my gosh, yeah, there's a 12 hour here too, and a week just formed right above all this. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense now. Ooh, waves. Is this a Ukrainian thing or something? I feel like waves was. I don't know why. Are we gonna see, like I can't believe that like something needs to happen. And I don't mean like something looks like blah blah blah, therefore something needs to happen soon. Like no, I mean like something just needs to happen because it feels like nothing's happening. None of my alerts have hit. The one on Bitcoin hasn't hit, and the one on Luna hasn't hit either. So are we just going down here, which is somewhat understandable with everything looking like crap? Could just get ripped down. What we got on the short term? Let's see, 30 came up somewhat. Okay, we can get past it. Let's adjust this up. 5 minute 200. What do we got? Bump, bump, bump. Interesting. I wish Bitcoin alert would just go off, so like Bitcoin could hit. Like, what is this? Just sit? Is this still sitting in the middle of nowhere? Yeah, it's still just sitting in the middle of nowhere. This is where the alert is. Like what? This is actually incredibly boring. Do you guys have anything like? I honestly, I feel like actually, if I ask if you want me to look at something specific, it's this is like a horrible time to trade, to be honest. Actually, a horrible time to trade. This is what it feels like. I'm not saying like trades aren't going to go through or anything like that. And I still think like the short is fine. A lot of stuff. For me, my biggest point that I'm weary about is this 21.630, and if we bounce here, because I really could see it just bouncing here, and then I could see stuff just pushing up and continuing what it was doing, and not even and immediately turning around. Like I really could see that happening. Which is why I just wanted to hit there, like do something, like hit there, have some price action, push up, push down. But God, please, I beg of you, do not like turn around here or just sit here for like an hour, because that's. At least I was pretty spot on with not liking it not coming down on the day. I feel like it's a little bit of not like vindication. That's kind of weird. Um, but I do feel like it made the feeling that I had the right feeling that stuff is just weird over the weekend. But we didn't come back down. But I don't know if I would expect it like this. Unless we assume, like it feels in a sense that the assumption is we could just drop it any second. I think I even, like I said, I think even that recording I had Luna, I feel like I was saying that same exact thing, but it just doesn't look like it just doesn't look like it's on a cliff. So why is it? Why is everything getting dragged down when it doesn't look like on a cliff? Yeah, I mean, I think we'll get a pretty decent idea. Like I said before, Mara likes to really play with the market more so than Bitcoin. I guess even though Bitcoin moves with the market, so it's almost saying the same thing. But like, I mean, once the market opens, we'll get some easy ideas. But with the VIX closed and the market closed, like pre-market not being open and the VIX not being open, it's just really hard to tell. But then again, it becomes hard to tell also because the VIX looks horrible when other stuff has resistance above it, and it's just. I mean, I really think the VIX, like I said before, was the cause of a lot of this crap, or like the kind of like weird in between or whatever between everything. Or like the squeeze or whatever. I'm pretty sure it was just because of the VIX. Nothing else looked that amazing or like a reason to buy everything up. Unless there's some secret elite meeting or something that we missed. Okay, please, let's just push down. Oh my gosh. Can we push? Price come down a little bit in the DXY. Yeah, I mean, to me, the dollar was mostly a function of everything else coming down in a sense. I mean, this was really ugly. I guess, yeah, once one of them rips off, I guess, yeah, I see what you're saying. Once one of them rips, but, I mean, the, to me, the dollar was mostly a function of everything else coming down in a sense. I mean, this was really ugly. I guess, yeah, once one of them rips off, I guess, yeah, I see what you're saying. Once one of them rips, but, I mean, the This did really take a rip. The dollar did really take a huge rip. But it did feel pretty toppy. It's just how do we not like how do we push from here to here and how do we have the weak time frame under us? So be it these are pretty ugly starts all the way up here we have to test, and now we don't start above. But we push from a month and there's a week average under us and we get stopped at the day every time. Like this is just really weird. Like I don't know if the last time I've really seen something like this, pushing off from way higher time frames and just getting wrecked like this. It's just really weird. Like really, 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 really weird. And that's what I was saying, like my Friday video, I have that weird feeling that we don't come down here and stop. We're going down like 10%. I'm sorry, it's not 10%. I misspoke. I think it was 25% or 20. Yeah, 25%. But that's the big bounce spot where it usually just like shoots up, which would kind of make sense. Because everything would be pretty high up at that point without really any. I mean, we'll see. I was going to say without really any decent foundation, but I mean, stuff can have a foundation. It's just it didn't the last couple of days, but I mean, we have the day above us, so there's still time for things. Like well, I mean, this has no foundation. If it doesn't come back, I don't know what the supply is going to do. It's looking pretty sketchy from the daytime frame. But I think like Apple's still under, so this could have a decent foundation to try to push up. I think Nasdaq also, yeah, it's gotta come back. None of this stuff has a decent foundation on it. Nah, I don't watch whatchamacallit. I watched a couple of the Valorant things. Usually, all I'm doing right now, it depends on my recovery time too, because I'll probably be exercising a lot more if this creatine really lets me. If this creatine really lets me recover more. But I usually watch like Destiny every once in a while. I watch like some of his YouTube videos that he puts out on, or the videos that are put on YouTube, his streams, and sometimes I'll watch Fresh and Fit for like, I don't know, if they're podcasting for like 30 minutes sometimes in the middle of like, usually at like 11:30 or something before I head to bed, or like 11, I'll catch them real quick. And besides that, I watch like Thinking Man Valorant on YouTube here and there, where I'm doing errands or like exercising now is another thing. But I mean, maybe everybody's just watching the game. I think that I don't even know what is today. Sunday. Oh, Destiny. It's like Destiny GG. Fresh and Fit's got some good stuff. They're a little out there though, to be honest. But I like. For me, it's interesting to see because so they have their own thing in the beginning where they just kind of go on and on and on and on and on. But then they bring like girls on, and I think it's pretty interesting to see how they all interact and talk. So I don't idolize anyone. I think they're wrong about a lot of stuff. And I think the way that they whatchamacallit, and I think they generalize a lot. And I think for overall, I don't know. It's hard to explain. There's a lot of nuance to it. So it's one of those things that they're kind of like, if you see it, you're like, whoa. So I don't want to. It's like definitely something nuanced because they come off very strong. You're gonna think it's misogyny if you see it, and like the way he phrases stuff isn't correct. Like one of the things when he talks about like women or men, he talks about like 90%, but he'll still say all women or all men. It's like, bro, take it easy. The guy's like the guy like FX Evolution on YouTube. That sounds pretty cool. Check that out. Oh, if it's trading stuff up, yeah, I'm not. The last thing I want to look at when I'm looking at charts all day is trading stuff. But I mean, it's probably some good stuff. But the last thing, and it's not because like, oh, I don't want to see somebody else or I don't trust what they say. It's just literally like, I eat, sleep, and breathe charts right now, so it's kind of like for me. But I do like seeing. I really do actually like seeing other people's charts every now and then. I honestly I do like when other people's charts look good and show what I like to see. I do like that. I don't go out and find them, just because like I said, I have no life. This is what I'm doing right now. But well, I guess from a perspective, it is a life. But yeah, I do have a life. I shouldn't be saying that. But I just dedicate so much time that it's like I don't know. I'm not a big confirmation bias guy, but I will admit it does make me feel good when I see other people like with the reason, like a decent chart, not just people saying the same thing, but like a decent chart supporting it, showing like the same thing I'm looking at, especially in times like these. Actually, let me see real quick. What are you know what's wild? Actually, I'm gonna say this right now. We'll see. The feeling I get. Um, I'll take a look at that. Let me see. What is he doing? What is he saying? In 20 years, we have never seen Wall Street do this. Oh, he's got the funny thing. I love this. I love this. The I love my job thing where the guys cry. I mean, hey, a job's a job, to be honest. I actually don't, honestly, I don't think any of these jobs are really that bad as long as you have a good team that you work with and a good manager. I actually think these jobs are actually pretty nice to do. But I think almost any job to a decent extent is really important on the team that you have, and especially your manager. Um, so I guess that's one kind of caveat right there. But let's just gotta go over. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. So this guy does really. I see what you're saying. I might check this out one of these times. That's actually pretty cool because it looks like whatchamacallit. If he goes over stuff like this and it's not like charts, then that's great. I feel like my friend's seen someone like this guy. I can't remember what his name was though, but it reminds me. It's none of these people. If I ever saw him, I'd know it's a smaller guy. A game of trades. Interesting. Institutional trader net speculative options premiums. Okay, that's not surprising. Oversold condition. I'm so confused. I don't know what this means. Okay, let me actually like play this for a second, see what he says. Let me put it on my headphones.
Did. Now that doesn't mean that the smart money always makes money. Of course they don't. If you think about some of the other periods when we were selling off in 2022, they were buying the whole way down, and probably some of them reduced, some of them exited. We don't exactly know where they're at. But one thing really short in this kind of market.
Sentiment votes. Dang, a lot of people were bullish here. I'm surprised. When did the VIX hit again? Let me see real quick. 1 second. When did the VIX hit on that week? Oh, the week of August 15th? Okay. Oh, August 15th, August 19th. Okay. So the 20... Oh, let me make this a little bit bigger, actually, also. I don't need to make it that small. Man, it's crazy. Bitcoin still hasn't hit the target yet because my alarm still has not gone off. Crazy. Yeah, this is like exact... This is the kind of... I don't know what data this comes from or what, but this is the exact kind of... Like, everybody just seems to go bullish, and then everybody seems to go bearish. And it's just... I don't know if a market can really function like this, to be honest. Like, I don't know if like a normal market can function in the way that people would expect, where you have extended moves in one direction or another, when everyone just kind of, it feels like everyone just goes bearish and bullish. Because then you just knock them out of their positions, or you make them hedge everything, or blah, blah, blah. And, oh, yeah, I remember we looked at this. I think, didn't Virex, I think Virex linked this at one point. I remember looking at some of these. I think, actually, yeah, I remember saying I think the bearish ones look more likely than the bullish ones. Oh no, I remember saying this, and I think whatever. I'm not getting into too much. So I remember looking at these and saying, oh, blah, 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 and saying, yeah, they're from like 2 months ago. VIX here. Awesome. Let's see what he says here.
Of course, that's where we started this really big bearish kind of tinge to the market moving down. And so far, so good on that overall strategy. Let's move over to the charts now and talk about the VIX. Well, guys, the VIX here, the volatility index, 22.78. It's almost all the way back down to 20. So we know a lot of people have been buying VIX calls. The market probably doesn't want to pay them out. So maybe come options expiration, there might be a whole bunch of VIX calls expiring, and then we move into that higher volatility kind of period of time. We'll need to watch the VIX, but we're not at any extreme. We're not at 35, nor are we at 20. We're kind of just pulling back and expect the VIX to, of course, spike up if you expect the stock market to fall down. Now, what's the worrying signals here in the markets? Well, take a look at this. This is the US 2-year yield. Now, we've seen this one before in 2020.
Oh, yeah.
A new high for yields, 3.565%.
I like his accent.
High on the 2-year yield.
Makes it more watchable, to be honest.
Have a look here at interest rates. In the future, if we're talking into next year, the interest rates have now got a 4 handle on them. We go to April 2023. Take a look at this. 4% plus expected for the federal funds rate. And if you think about how this is correlated to the stock market, you can actually do a correlation. Usually this yield has front-loaded a fall on the markets. That is, if the yield keeps going up and the stock market's going with it, that is not a good sign, and you need to be very careful and always practice that risk management in these market conditions. The US dollar has also fallen off. So far, so good, I guess, on that trade if you're in it. However, it's at kind of like a key pivotal point. I think it's way too early to call the VIX and the dollar. The market's down here. You'll notice is really where things really change for the US dollar, and over the next week, key levels to look at will be a closure underneath 108, probably a movement down underneath there, and then potential back into that kind of 105 area for the DXY. It's going to be tough, though, for the US dollar to really weaken, because this is a tale of two stories. It's central bank versus central bank. For anyone that's not been following Japan for a while, you may not be aware that Japan is trying to cause deflation or keep deflation in an inflationary environment. And this is causing some serious problems. And this is a story that dates back all the way into May and April of this year. The Japanese...
Hey, there we go.
These 10-year yields at 2.5, so 0.25%. What we might see is a recurrence of this. If you look at the US dollar versus the yen, really it's starting to get put under pressure. We're back at 0.246. Have this chart on there. It's JP10Y on your charts, because once that starts spiking, this could cause a serious, dramatic kind of shift in the markets. How will it end up acting? I don't know. Of course, the USD yen is going to be one to follow as well. And if you bring that up on your charts, you'll notice over here.
This guy follows me. I'm just messing around. It's nice to see. It's literally just most of the same exact stuff. It's kind of nice. I mean, I'm doing stuff in the background, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it's literally like every. I mean, I don't think he's said anything like too different. The options extra, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, finally. Let's see. I mean, finally, like, hit the target. So let's see if we like. Now I can see. I'll be honest. When I look at this right now, I actually feel like. Well, so we'll have to see, because it has to. Well, where the hell's my lines? Oh, we're on the right side. Oh, let me do this first, actually. Let me do this. Let me get rid of this. 1 second. Let me get this. Oh, there I am. 1 second. Ugh, all my stuff. It's like, wait, what the heck? Where's my thing? Ugh, 1 second. What size is this even picking up on? Let's do this. It's whatever. My room's kind of like freaking messy as hell. Whatever. We'll just bring it up and we'll just adjust it. Is it this way? Is it this way? How is this even possible? I need more light. Man, I'm not even going to worry about it. But I'm on my first day of creatine anyway, so like, look at this. We'll see where it gets, but so far, look at that. So it's like, let's get it. Look at that. Oh, damn. I did a little bit of workout earlier, so. But yeah, I'm going to need more light and stuff, so I'm not going to mess with this right now. Otherwise, the background's going to be like this. And I know how it is in the nighttime. When I have it like this in the nighttime and I don't have all my lights set up incorrect, it's like, it's just really annoying, to be honest. And then I have like really bright lights in my eyes and it makes it really hard to see. So I'm just going to turn it on. Yeah. I'm hoping so. I have the genetic. I already have like, I mean, I'm only on it for the first day, but I already have like, you see what I'm saying? Like it's already like you see, I'm already like even a little bit before. So, but yeah, I like working out. So let me get rid of this. No, I don't really care anymore. So let me unplug this also. Oh, I definitely like it. Oh, God damn it, dude. Whoops, my bad. Next time I should probably get up and move. It's whatever. It's whatever. Yeah, I mean, I've been taking my stuff. I think I'm like the healthiest I've ever been in my life, which is actually kind of crazy. I don't think I've ever been this healthy before. Like eating stuff and just making food at home. Because even when I used to do rock climbing, like after rock climbing, like I'd have some good meals, but I'd go and have like McDonald's. I'd have like a bunch of nuggets for protein, but that's not healthy, you know? But, okay, one second. I'm trying to stay away from the pre-workout just because, oh my God, Mountain Dew. Jesus Christ. You gotta stay away from that. You did Chips Ahoy and now Mountain Dew. I remember what you're saying. I remember the Chips Ahoy on Friday, okay? I didn't forget about that. We saw the video on Friday. Mountain Dew had like 16 sugar cubes in it or something in its relative cup. It's an addiction. Fight. Fight. Wait, one second. I had this spinach I left out. And I was going to eat and I forgot when I started streaming. So I got back and I'm like, oh, look at the time. One second. Okay. So we'll see what happens here. I want to say, like, I really feel like this is going to happen. I would never trade all this, but I haven't spread them out through. You're better than me. I can't mess with that stuff. Like 100%. I think if I go back to that stuff, I'm just gonna fall back to what I used to do. So I just can't do it. So anyway, that kind of obviously there's plenty of people that most people I've hung out with in my life and my friend groups had self-control. Well, with other things. Maybe they had self-control with alcohol and stuff, but not with I don't know. Actually, they had self-control with a lot of stuff, but not with Netflix. I think most of the people I used to hang out with, I used to hang out with, I had one friend group that a bunch of them, I had one friend that I met, who was one of my best friends for a while. I just haven't talked to him in a while. I need to hit him back up. But he also had friends that worked at NIH, and then they were kind of like big into Netflix and TV shows and things like that. But yeah, I just want to say real quick, I don't think it's going to happen, but when I look at this on the day time frame, um, I really feel like I want to say this feels weird, but it just really feels like I just really feel this. I don't know. It's a feeling I have. It's purely a feeling I have right here, but it just feels like it, and it so much stuff wouldn't make sense, but it kind of would. And it's just like a feeling. I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Obviously, it's pushing down now. I'm not surprised about that. We just saw it 2 seconds ago in the 5 minute. Like, this is a really bad place to be in. So we're under this weak level, and we're under on the 5 minute. So, like, I can see that possibly. But it's just a 5, you know. I don't know where everything else is. Let's see. Let's go this way. So where's 12? Let's do this. 12, 4, 2. Jeez. So what you're telling me, if this keeps up, we'll see. But if this keeps up, we might run into a re, re, reversal. 5x reversal. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised, but we'll see what happens. I mean, anything could happen at this point. It's not hard. It's not incredibly hard to see based on where we start, I think, tomorrow. But at this point, I think a lot of stuff's still in play. We'll see. I'm super interested with Bitcoin. Oh, thank you. And if you could also, if you haven't, report that other guy. I'm pretty sure with like the way YouTuber works, if enough people report that Trendline Boys with 8.2K, the one that stole my picture, I'm pretty sure it'll get kicked off, which will help too because anybody that's going to look me up that goes to YouTube or anything that might see something on YouTube is not going to subscribe to that channel. And it's first of all, it's a fake channel, and second of all, they're ripping people's videos. It's not just it's mine. I'm almost positive. I clicked on some of the videos. And I'm almost positive they have nothing to do in common, and they're just they took my name and picture, and they just took other people's videos, which makes sense. To just take a little bit from everybody because there's maybe a less chance you'll get caught. But you can like if you go to that YouTube, the Trendline Boys with my trading view picture on it, this one or whatever, it's like 8.2K subscribers. You go to about, and then it's just like there's a report button or a flag, and it's for impersonation. But yeah, I'm super pumped so far for this like creatine. Just the idea of being able to work out more. One thing I've always hated is like working out and feeling like crap for just like days. Like my arms hurt for days or something. So far it seemed like this is the first day, so I don't even know if I have any of the benefits. I think a lot of the benefits I got today was from the whey protein and just eating healthy, but I just felt so much stronger today, just doing a little bit of a workout, because I'm still just kind of conditioning and getting used to stuff. It's nothing too crazy. But whatchamacallit. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, this actually would make, well, we'll see what happens with stuff. Okay, let's see. What is someone looking here? Down here, here. Where do we say? This is here, it's here. Where's the day again? Oh my god, the day's at 23. Oh, you don't see it? Nice! Let me check. TR, yeah. Maybe it's gone now. No, it's still there. See, so there's two. Here we go, 1 second. See, so there's two of them. It's nice that I'm up here now, makes it a little bit better. But here's this one. See, they took my thing. And I'm pretty sure they took other people's videos too. You go to like about right here on their thing, and then right here there should be a flag, and you can click that, and then you can go report, and it should like have a drop down for impersonation, and then you can like select impersonating someone else. But I don't think any of these like
sets the bar higher for companies.
Sets the bar higher. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I mean these are completely different voices every time. You see what I'm saying? So I think they're just taking random people's videos. I mean, maybe these are both the same. I don't really know, but
Pretty much.
Yeah, this guy's an Aussie, so it's just one of those things. Like, wait, what? So it's just a fake account. It's kind of annoying. They took my name when I like really get into it because it's like they're not doing anything with it, and it's I don't know. It's just a nuisance, but still. Oh, dude, I'm whatchamacallit. I'm 160. I'm 160. I might be a little bit more. I'm like 162 pounds to like 165 right now. So the most I've ever weighed in my life. I'm 6'1" also. I'm 6'1", 164, something like that. Most I've ever weighed, I think, was 185 or 180. I weighed 185 or 187, I think, for like 3 days when I was eating those IHOP pancakes. And within a week and a half, I think I lost like 10 to 12 pounds. Like, I have a set body, like, I'm like a mesomorph, I think is what it's called. Let me see. I think I'm a mesomorph. 'Cause 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 I'm a mesomorp maybe not. Technically, from what they're saying, it is, but let me see. I mean, I didn't think it was. Let's see. Okay. And what's the other one? Yeah, I'm a mesomorph. I'm pretty sure. Whatever. I think that's what it is. Yeah. Definitely not an ecto. That's skinny as hell. I feel like I need to load a little bit less. I'm not really sure. I feel like I need to. I might skip my last creatine. I'm not really sure. Feels like it's a little hard to go to the bathroom, but not too bad. Like it didn't hurt or anything. I've been drinking a lot of water, which also could be another thing. And I know I don't need to go through the loading phase. I could just take a little bit every day. Wow. And this whole thing's so boring today, or tonight anyway. Not with you guys, just like with the market in general. Might just have to go to the bathroom actually. I've been drinking so much with like the creatine, because I was just kind of unsure. So I was like, man, I'm just gonna drink this. I've had 20 ounces of water, probably about at least I think 6 to 7 times a day. So. But I'm definitely like, man, if I can, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I got like the veins and all that. It's like whatever though. I just want really more than anything. Like my chest is okay. It's nothing amazing. My back is okay. It's nothing amazing. I just more than anything, I want my arms to be bigger, and I'd honestly be fine. And I'll keep going. I'm not gonna stop there. But more than anything, I really just want my arms to be bigger. Because my chest, because like from climbing, my chest has always been fairly large and stuff like that. But then my arms are a lot smaller, or like my biceps, triceps are always smaller in comparison. And I just wanted the I guess congruency between the two, size wise. I don't know if there's any point in looking at stuff. It's all like, is anything gonna happen? I don't know. What are Luna's doing? I feel like nothing's really gonna happen. Like, not. I feel like nothing's gonna happen, or something crazy all of a sudden is gonna happen. Oh, we saw Litecoin's ugly. Wait, what did you say futures were? Let me see. Yeah, I've been doing whatchamacallit. I was watching this video. One thing I really liked is I was doing the hammer curls. And so I've been doing some of those, but those are pretty tough. Um, yeah, I'm the opposite. But mine, like I said, mine's from rock climbing. That's pretty much it. Yeah, yeah, I'm literally the opposite. I saw like a video saying apparently curls, not curls, pull-ups apparently are really good for biceps if you do it in a certain way to like target them. I don't know. I've been watching like mainly it's like a little bit of political commentary with like Destiny stuff. It's kind of cool. It's not all political comments. It's really not like what you normally think of political. And a lot of it's like gym stuff and like food things. I cooked my first ever New York strip steak the other day. And it's not like it's crazy or anything. I just didn't know it was so fatty. Like I've cooked stuff also. Before. I mean, I've got grilled stuff and steaks. I've never just gone to the store and like bought like new things. Usually I've always just bought the same stuff and I've never like tried to just I don't know be healthier or like if I see something on sale let's just get whatever the sale option is because like why would I be paying more money for something that's going to expire in 2 days or like for something else that's going to be good for a while if something else expires in 2 days and I'm going to eat it tonight. So I'm kind of enjoying that, some of that kind of stuff. Been really cool. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, you're right. That marble look. Yeah, it's so much fat though. But I mean, I actually didn't have an issue, I guess, with like the fat on that like strip or whatever on it. But the everything else, Like the inside was just pretty fatty. Yeah, man, I'm not about to, you know what I mean? I spent $50 on steaks, I think last year. Between my friend and I got a big steak for him, and I got a big steak for myself. Something really nice. I think it was like, I don't know if it was top sirloin or it was something really good. $25 a piece, and but that was like the most I've ever spent on it. Besides that, like, you know what I mean? Like for an occasion. Besides that, like, right? You know, like, no, I'm not gonna do that. So, you know, I did Wagyu. I had some Wagyu not too long ago. That was, I don't remember how long ago that was, to be honest. I feel like that was like 3 months, maybe. I honestly don't even remember. It was sometime this year. It's kind of crazy. I don't remember. Oh, that was in August, I think. No, I don't remember. It was sometime the last like 3 or 4 months. It was pretty good. It was just I can't remember which one of it was. I'll find it one of these times. It looked like it was a filet mignon, to be honest, but I'm almost positive it wasn't. It looked like it was shaped like one. Yeah, I'm interested in. I want to get some beef tongue. Obviously, it's not like, like, I mean, if you go out to buy it, like around here, apparently it's expensive. It's like cheese, but anything at a restaurant is expensive. Man, that's wild. Two portion for $30. That's like, oof, that's kind of wild. But hey, man, you know what I mean? Gotta treat yourselves. I feel the same exact way. So is everything just? Oh, true. I could see that being a possibility. Maybe they wouldn't ship it. It's definitely. Let's see if I can find. I don't remember what I got. It was like a gift, pretty much. Um, Let me see. Wagyu cuts. Dang, perfect quarter of beef. Oh my God, there's so many cuts right here. What the hell? $1,000. Wasn't a sirloin bottom ribeye. I don't know. I'm not gonna remember what it is. It sucks. Try now. I'd have to say, like, I don't. It's so long ago. It was really good. I didn't grill it though. There's no grill here, so I was kind of sad about that. There was a grill when I was at the other house with my family friends. That was really nice. So I cooked it on like a cast iron skillet. Like I can point to it, I can see what it looks like, but I don't know what the heck. I can't see what the name is. It's not a big deal. I mean, it kind of is. I wish I knew, but hmm. Yeah, I want to say it was filet mignon. It's the only thing I can think of for what it looked like. It was super thick too, but it wasn't like really big. It wasn't like long. That's why I want to say it was like a filet mignon. I feel like I'm crazy for calling it that though. I'm not like a super huge meat guy. I'm getting into it more and more. Um, and that's why like I had like cheap beef chuck steak the other day. Like I like to just try to have new stuff a lot of the time if I can. Just adds a little bit more flavor because even if I don't like it at the end of the day, or if it's not the best, at least I can be like, okay, well, it's offset by the fact I'm trying something new, and at least I can either make a recommendation or I can say, like, oh, I don't want that anymore. So I feel like I don't know. One of my best friend's moms used to make flink steak, and it was one of the best things ever. But she used to not saute. She used to marinate that stuff in something that was really crazy. I feel like, oh, compared to flank, yeah. Wagyu's like rich people stuff, or like you're celebrating with like a couple of friends. Pretty much. Wagyu's ridiculous. I don't. I think the cuts I got were like 50 or 70 bucks a piece, something like that. Like I said, it was a present, so. I want to try. Like I said, I got to get more into it. So I need to get into marinating and all that. I never like. I don't know. I just never really enjoyed cooking, or I never really like got into it. Or I did when I was super young. I guess obviously I know what happened, but I got into cooking and then kind of just gave it up. But I need to get into all this. Like I like watching the shows, and I found myself a couple times watching the Gordon Ramsay stuff. I remember watching that a couple of years ago. How to cook the perfect steak, Gordon Ramsay. And I don't know. It's just really fun. I used to just look at food as just okay, in one mouth, out the other. Okay, let's get on with our life. And now I'm enjoying it a lot more, and it's so much cheaper too. I don't know if it's just uh, where I'm at in Maryland that the everything's so much more expensive now because of no, I've never seen Uncle Roger before. But I don't. I know in Maryland, a lot of fast food places have gone up. Oh, maybe I have actually. Let me see. I know in Maryland, a lot of the prices of a lot of fast food places have gone up, specifically because minimum wage is about 15 bucks now. When I first started working in '09, I think, or '10, I think it was '10, maybe probably '10. Um, I mean, sorry, 2010. I think the minimum wage was like 8.50 here, or 8.25. Now it's 15. 12 years later, it's almost double. Like, it's kind of crazy. And that's why I don't know other places, but here a McChicken is 2 point something x what it used to be. It's like way too expensive. Oh, $11 ramen. Oh, that's just a video we just came out with Uncle Roger. Oh, there's some Mandarin. 电话。What's that later? It looks pretty good. What did you say? It's like 20? Wait, what's 20 there? Oh, my bad, I didn't see what you were saying. Funny on YouTube makes fun of Gordon Ramsay. Check him later. He's a comedian. Oh, Uncle Roger. Okay, it's like 20 here in New York City. 15 to 20. What's 15? Oh, you're talking about the sirloin? Yeah, I think I don't remember what I got. I don't know how much it is here. That whatchamacallit I got was what's it called? The New York strip steak I got the other day was, I think I got it for like, it was 10 a pound, I think. It was really crazy. It was like 16, but it was on sale because it went bad, I think, in 2 days. Well, it wasn't bad. It just said it was expired in or best used by in 2 days. And that was really nice. That was like, boom. Oh, man, I got to remember I have shrimp in the freezer, and I keep forgetting to take the frickin' shrimp out and just thaw it overnight. And so I haven't had them for like the last day or 2 days because I keep forgetting. Somewhat saddening. I think I might go get water in a second again. So let's see what happens. I mean, it looks like we bounced. I mean, at least like we bounced here, but it's like I actually have a decent amount of confidence in this as a decent bounce spot, even though I think this all looks all hell ugly as hell. We'll see what happens at the end of the day. What I really don't like is how it just feels like, okay, we started this, we're higher than where we started, yet whatchamacallit, like Ethereum is still slightly lower than where we started. I don't know, just the whole market just feels like a whole bunch of uncertainty, which is kind of weird to the point where stuff doesn't seem to move. I figure it'll get pulled sooner or later, but we'll see. The week looks decent to bounce. I think we could at least move up. Thank God. I don't care. Push up or literally drop to the line. Just do something towards the average. I wonder if we'll just sit here. That would be nice too. If we if it's somehow, I still hold the same thing. If somehow by the end of the week we can be here, I really like where Bitcoin would be. I think Bitcoin would look really attractive at that point, and maybe we can actually see a buy signal like last Thursday, which is pretty straightforward. It's not like, hey, we're going to outer space or something. What's going on? See ya? What, you're leaving? Oh, minimum wage. Oh, man. Yeah, minimum wage 15 to 20? Holy crap. What the hell? Oh, I thought you were talking about the price of food. 20? Gee, I guess I see what you're saying. Minimum wage is 15, but most of the probably like entry level jobs range from 15 to 20. Probably not just because of minimum wage, but probably also because of the staff shortage, which would make sense. Okay. Let's do something. Let's do something. Yeah, I have no idea what's. I'm going to be 100%. I have no idea what's going to happen with the market. What's going on? Zero idea right now. Zero. Like until we open tomorrow, I just have zero. I have zero idea. Or until at least a little bit before we open tomorrow. Let's see, where's Luna? Still in that same spot. It's dropped a little bit, but oh no, is that under the 4? Oh wow, what's Luna been doing? Wow, Luna's been busy. What the heck? Wow. Luna's been pretty busy here. I didn't even see it make its way all the way down here. Oh wow, that's pretty wild. I mean, that's just so expensive for like that just means the food. I feel like maybe not. Maybe McDonald's is more of a direct correlation because the people that work there are a pretty big part of every operation. I feel like it has to cut in pretty deep though to every place's bottom line on how much they sell things. Restaurants probably don't care. Pay him $5 and $5 in tips. Good luck. Yeah, this is wild. I feel blind. I don't really, it doesn't bother me though. Like, yeah, even though this is here, I still don't even feel sure that this is even going to drop right here. Well, not like right here. I mean, it does not look good on this current 5 minute. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but just in general. I said the same thing here. I was like, well, Bitcoin stops and we go right back up, right? And then I feel like the same thing. What's Bitcoin doing? Like, I don't see why this thing, if Bitcoin doesn't drop, I don't see why this thing can't. I mean, we'll see what, I don't know why it's getting bought up so hard here. It doesn't really make sense to me. Like, this is a pretty, like, decent area. I don't understand the point of not just letting it drop down here and then trying to get it here, but it seems kind of weird. Okay, 5, where's the 1? Anywhere? No, 1 the way down there. 2, 4, 6, 8. Ooh, we appreciate. Maybe we'll see something in the next 4 hours. We We kind of have like a shouldery kind of thing here, almost. It jumped. It dropped $100. Which once again, none of the. I don't know. You know, like at the end of the day, I don't know. I might just be done soon a little bit and just kind of chill and then like get some sleep. I might be on early tomorrow too. I don't really know how early I'll be on. I'll be on at 9:15, of course, but like if I feel good enough, like with the whey protein and with like so far with the creatine, I have like a ridiculous amount of energy. It's pretty crazy. But whatchamacallit, so I mean, I might be on at like 8:30. It just depends. I wouldn't count on it though, to be honest. But it's a possibility. So, like I said, don't count on it because if I wake up in the morning and I'm just like, I'm kind of still tired, then I'm not getting up until 8:30, 8:45. But at the end of the day, I mean, this already to me feels like something I don't even want to like. We don't have anything decent here. To me, there's no reason to buy this besides the stock market. At the end of the day, I don't even know what is our range. Like, if we're to say we had a range here. Oh, okay. So we have a possible range around here with no confirmation down here. Alright, I'll be on all day, so it's not a big deal. So, yeah, I hope so too. Just something obvious. Some clear direction. Like I said before, I'm fine with Bitcoin being this high up if it meant that the alts did something. It is a little troublesome, or it is a little concerning that the alts not only didn't do anything, but just seemed to be performing worse overall than Bitcoin. Like quite a bit. Just seems like there's a lot of fear. So I just want a continuation. Like honestly, I just want a continuation in any direction. It just feels so difficult because of the VIX. But I mean, if it's a VIX play, then it's a VIX play. Then I really don't care. But I mean, it is what it is. Nothing really changes for me. I mean, I'm still going to be here looking at this stuff. So at the end of the day, I guess I really don't give a crap. It literally, I mean, it means something for me, but not really. We can't keep this up forever, right? Like maybe, but I feel like sooner or later we have to choose a direction. I say that kind of in a sense of maybe we never do, but I think it will. But I don't know. I hate options, to be honest. I'm not a big fan of options. Like, not like that, like trading options or anything. I don't know. But it just makes me feel like options generally causes this stuff every single time. And it's just, I don't know. It's not like a market's broken. It's just kind of obnoxious. But I'm kind of I'm a crybaby. I like when things move, and I don't like when things move back and forth in a super small range. Ooh, what did I just click on? Oh, Cosmos. I don't even know what this is, though. Atom. I think. Why did I ever even look at this thing? I don't understand. Bruh, is this why? I mean, it's close enough to here. You gotta be kidding me. If this ends up being the reason why people didn't want to sell it back down into this, I swear to God. Oh my. Who cares? There's a frickin' trend line right here. It's not even that great, honestly. This trend, oh, let me see. I don't even know what this trend line is based off of. A week time frame? What the heck is this thing even lined up on? What did I even line it up on? I mean, because there is one here. I don't think it goes through the way I even had it up. I don't even know why I even had it up here, to be honest. Yeah. No, I don't care. There's probably some trend line to this anyway. I don't care. Degenerates. These are all degenerates right here. Everyone that bought. Actually, I guess I can't call them degenerates. People that buy at a place that goes up. Like it went up. I can't call someone that buys something that goes up a degenerate. I don't know if I feel like I can't. I feel like that's wrong. In a sense. Oh well. Anyway, it seems like the ranges are fine anyway, which is pretty cool. So I have zero. I give up. I give up. We'll put it like this. I can't tell what's gonna happen. Like obviously this is a bounce point. I I wouldn't know where to start to say like what time frame we go down. Honestly, I think we could just keep pushing up. I don't see a reason not to until like 3 o'clock or something. We'll see. Oh, is the Hang Seng open? Actually, finally, it might get new data. Is it 9:30? Yes. Okay. Wait, where is it? Oh my God, holiday? Oh my God, come on. Really? Hang Seng's on a holiday? What's their holiday? Hong Kongers. Oh my gosh. Okay, so the Hang Seng's not going to open today. I'm not staying up for the Nifty. Screw that thing. This thing I think opens at, I want to say 11:15? No, 11:30? No. I think the first candle's at 11:35. I want to say 11:25. First candle's at 11:35 or something. 1 hour and 48 minutes. Yeah, it's 11:30 my time. I'm not waiting for that thing. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, I imagine Bitcoin might keep going up. It could be maybe some way to explain this, but it still looks really weird. Is if we do have something bullish, it could just be Bitcoin getting ready to just shoot up. And then that's why everything else is getting its face ripped off. I could kind of see that. If that's the intention, this isn't maybe necessarily like dollars going into Bitcoin as much as it is people trading all their alts for Bitcoin, pumping it up. And dollars, obviously, but more so the other one. Because a lot of these Bitcoin pairs, almost all of them seem to be affected. From the dominance, too. Well, let me see. We see something on the 8th, though. This is my thing. Bitcoin dominance jumps up a whole bunch on the 8th. What happens to stuff on the 8th? Do we shoot down? Okay, that goes down. But that's the Bitcoin. I don't care to Bitcoin. So we do kind of go down a little bit. I wonder if there's a correlation with Bitcoin dominance shooting up and things going down. I just don't think a whole bunch of stuff went down when Bitcoin shot up. Oh yeah, 22K definitely looks pretty likely. Oh, we're at 22K right now. I thought 22K was up here or something, but these are 22.45. Oh no, 22.4. For some reason I thought it was 22,450. So. I'll give it like 3 more minutes, I think, and then I'm probably just gonna head out. I just don't see anything that I can really like discern. Just doesn't feel like it until the market comes out. I don't see how anything changes until the market comes out. Unless this comes in and hits here. I mean, we actually have our first level of resistance up here at 22,300 to 22,400. I do think this is fairly strong. I don't necessarily think it's going to keep it away. But there could be some selling on it here a little bit to push it back down a little bit farther. But besides that, I mean, from a week time frame, there's no real reason to sell it until maybe it gets here. I don't know how to figure you're at. I mean, it doesn't matter because we're not probably not going to be back down here before the market opens for pre-market and stuff in the VIX. But even if we come under, it's like I don't know who's going to sell. The market looks like crap. If it does, I don't know anyone that's going to why anyone would sell. Let's see. It's a day. Well, I mean, this is futures. This looks sketchy going into tomorrow, though. Very different from, I think, the normal one. Is that 1-2? That's a little bit under. Is that like 1-2-7-7? And the other one, I believe, is at 1-2-7. Something else. I don't remember what. Yeah, no, we got Ethereum all the way back up. Tragic. Oh well. We can delete this now. We don't need this anymore. Can already clearly see it. So that's a little tragic, but it is what it is. So it still looks sketchy as hell, but we might just see one of the biggest Bitcoin jumps in a long time, honestly. That's how it really feels when I look at this right now. So we'll see though. The market's not open. Like I said, I don't talk about places like these because the buy was either here, if it came back down to here, and the sell is if it comes under. So I can't speak about this right here. I mean, it makes sense. It's a relatively safe area before the market opens, but I can't speculate any of this. It's all speculatable. Unspeculatable, sir. I wonder if they'll push it through this. I feel like it'll have a little bit of resistance. I mean, it's the first actual resistance before wherever it bounced at. I don't remember what we. I'm lazy. What did we bounce at? 21630. Yeah, 21630. So I don't see a reason per se though for this to like. Not to say this wouldn't push it down. I just don't see a reason for this to not keep trying or something to push up or whatever. Even if it does get pushed down here. It feels pretty straightforward, though. I mean, for some of it, if someone was like, someone had $100 and they were willing to 58x leverage trade, this doesn't look that bad. But otherwise, it just seems pretty yikes. Or unless you have like, no, I guess maybe 100, 200,000 bucks throw in. Maybe it's not that bad then. I don't know about that though. It's probably about the same thing anyway. Like it just feels like I don't know. I have nothing of value to add, to be honest. I feel like I have nothing of value to add. I've already said everything, and nothing else can happen. And not like nothing else can happen, but it just seems like besides what's going on, nothing else can happen. I don't think anything random. I was hoping to see something interesting. I would have liked to have seen it drop, but somehow I just doubt it. Unless Russia declares war on America or something. America. Anyway, I'm headed out. I'll be back on tomorrow. There's really like nothing for me to really do here. There's not a lot to really tell from any of these things. Looks like we're just pushing up. We just did our standard and it turned over on the week. Looked ugly on the day, but, well, not horrible, but it looked sketchy on the day. But from a week time frame, we just come down and bounce. We'll see what happens here. I would be a little bit more we'll see what happens. If for some reason the VIX is shooting up in the morning, somehow this thing is like up here and like shooting up, then I'd be concerned about this. Otherwise, I mean, technically I'd be concerned also if this pushes down now. Just because, like, this seems to be the range. But, like, so I would be concerned concerned now that we have hit more of a top level. I would be concerned it coming under 21,630. I do think that could show some weakness, but unless things look horrible in pre-market, why would anyone sell, right? Once again, why would anyone sell? You know. But anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow, 9:15. I'll see you later in the day, main source. I'll be on all day tomorrow, so it doesn't really matter. And we'll see what happens. So if something happens later in the night, I might post something, or I doubt I'll be back on the stream because I doubt anything's going to happen. It's just, you know, bounce, bounce. Maybe if we have like a 4-hour end under here, maybe at like 12 or something, or like a 12, like 4 a.m. UTC. Maybe if we have a 4-hour end under, possibly. I doubt it, but it just looks like we've had a 4-hour end under like here and here. Like, I don't know. Seems pretty unlikely. Oh well, it was kind of cool to see what it was. Trying to get a decent idea of what we might see tomorrow. I don't really think anything's changed though, so I don't see why this shouldn't keep pushing up unless the market changes something. So I don't know what to. I'm not that good at this stuff to be able to. Like if the buy point was down there, maybe taking an entry point here, I have no idea what to say up here, to be honest. Actually, let me try to give it a go. It's like one of the only things I do actually like about this area is the 4-hour here. So I guess from that one perspective, that is the only relative time frame that's a decent weight. So I'm not sure how to weigh it against these other ones because I really do like these. They've just been strong since the start. So it's just really hard for me to tell, but the 4-hour is usually pretty strong as well. So it's just really hard to tell. And it's kind of interesting that the 4-hour is right under it. Generally, if we have this here and this here, I'd be more inclined to think that we would probably end a 4-hour under and maybe turn back around. It really just depends what happens here. I don't know if these averages or this, I don't know these lines, is that the average matters though. But if we do see something around here, I think that'd be kind of interesting. I do think like maybe a 4-hour ending above here and then coming above here would be pretty interesting. But then we run into this, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, 5, you know, and then this right here. So I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Good luck with the trades tonight.